Yo, what's happening, people? Kagey in the cut. We're back again with another match review. Everton 0, Leeds United 1. Before I just get into the game, I just want to say thanks for the people that let me know about the sound being a lot better. I invested on mic, so I was very mindful of that, about the sound being low. But, you know, we invest in these things so the quality is better. So hopefully that's not an issue going forward. I'm going to just do a quick review, just get into it straight away. It was another game where we imposed our game on the opposition. We gave Everton, a lot of work in defence. We was on the attack, on the front foot a lot of the game. And up until we scored, it was looking like that Arsenal game again, where whatever we was doing just wasn't going to be enough. Thankfully, we had a Brazilian magician that just popped up and, give us a moment of magic. But before that, we had a few chances where you think that we should score. Jack Harrison had a couple of chances where, I was up celebrating after the first one. I thought he put it in the bottom corner, and then I saw it roll around the side, and I just had to sit down quickly again, with some shame on my shoulders. But no, he should have scored that one. He missed the post with a header, but I don't worry about Jack Harrison, man. The guy's quality. He's got too much quality, and a goal for him will come again very, very soon. Calvin Phillips, we're going to mention him because when you don't mention Calvin Phillips, it means he's had a great game and you don't need to say nothing. But I'm going to mention him because he's just so important to the way we play. We have a lot of interchangeable pieces in our team where we can slot somebody in and it's like for like, or they can do as good as job. When Calvin Phillips isn't playing, we notice that hole. He's just the security in the midfield that makes us tick over. He helps us tick over. He tackles, he passes forward, he's breaking up play in the opposition half. He's just, when you're talking about a complete midfielder in terms of the defensive side, he's got it. Hear a pundit saying that he should score more goals. That's why you can't listen to pundits so much. These guys don't know what they're talking about. They get paid to talk about a game, so they don't know so much about the players. They don't watch football like that. They watch football on the games that they're paid to watch. So when you're hearing that Calvin Phillips should score more goals, just put that comment in the bin and move on. So and with that, with Calvin Phillips as well, as I say, when somebody comes in for him, they can do an adequate job. They can do a reasonable job. They cannot do the Calvin Phillips job. And he is one person that we have to keep fit. We have to, when he's healthy, he has to play. He's just so important to the team in the way that we play, in the way that we go forward. He's a vital player for Leeds United. And, a lot like Jack Grealish for Aston Villa, where he could have left last season. Jack Grealish gave his team another year in the Championship and he's reaping the rewards now. Calvin Phillips is doing the same. He's reaping the rewards of playing for the team he loves in the Premier League, for both, club and internationally. They're both in that same vote of just holding out and staying put. There's a lot of power in that, because a lot of players, and rightfully so, would have looked at the Premier League and said, you know what, I'm going. I need to go. I don't know if you're going to get promoted or not. But thankfully, he's reaping the rewards of staying, and, he's looking amazing. And thankfully, a lot of the other Premier League fans are seeing exactly what I've been saying. When you're reviewing shows with Premier League people and you're not in the Premier League, there's a lot of disbelief when you're talking and saying that Calvin Phillips is as good as Declan Rice or better, is as good as other players, and they're like, yeah, he's doing it in the Championship, but we knew this. Leeds fans watching this, you knew what Calvin Phillips could do, and he's doing it now, and he's not out of place. When you're talking about a 40-50 million pound player, that's Calvin Phillips. Quick word on a couple of other players. Luke Ayling, he's been brilliant. Again, he's made that right back side his own, that right back position his own. He's not looked out of place in the Premier League either, and he took the long way here, and you can see he's embracing every moment. Matthijs Klick, another one that I said would be perfect for the Premier League, because he is essentially now what you call a Premier League number 8. He just does all the good things well. He does have a good finish on him. The last 2 games haven't exhibited that, but he does have a quality finish, and he's just a quality player overall. Covers so much of the grass, but with purpose. You know, he's not just running around for the sake of running around for his running stats. He's actually breaking. He's actually getting the ball, moving it forward. You know, interrupting the play when needs be. Mateusz Klich is just, you know, he's just a quality player. You know, and I agree with Marcelo Bielsa that Klich could play in any of the top clubs. I believe that wholeheartedly, no bias. I just love Mateusz's game. But we're gonna go to Raphinha now, who I had no idea who he was when he played at Rennes, so I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, there's no power in lying. But what I did do is I watched that game on the Sunday before he was transferred, because even though Leeds and Rennes had agreed a fee, they let him play the game, which is very rare. So I watched that, and I watched him, and he scored a great goal in that. He did an overhead kick. He was doing lots of key passes forward. He was looking really good, and I thought, wow, we're getting this player for 17 million. I mean, if he can do half of this when he gets to the Premier League and as he settles in, we've got a great player on our hands here. And as the games have gone on for Leeds United, he's just looked better and better. You know, he's got a lot of trick, he's got a lot of flair, but he's got end product to go with it. He's got a great pass, he's got a good shot on him, and he's not scared to shoot outside the box, which is what we can get criticised for that. We don't shoot outside the box a lot, but he's not afraid to take that on. And I tweeted on Saturday that, you know, Raphinha's got the sauce. Yes, that was me. I did that first. And, you know, it's true. He's got the sauce. And, you know, somebody in a group chat of mine said, yeah, he's got the sauce, but I want to see the substance. And lo and behold, he gets the winning goal of the game. But he does have the substance. It's just going to take a bit of time for him to settle in. He's still settling in. He's still getting used to the Premier League. So as the games go by, he's just looking more and more like a nailed-on starter on the team sheet. And, you know, a quick word about Rodrigo, who's on the bench again. I want to see him back in the team at some point. You know, for me, he's another one that should be starting ahead of a couple of other players. But Raphinha, if he carries on this way, you know, we're going to be turning a £17 million player into who knows, because he's doing well in the Premier League, he's doing well at Leeds United. That equals a lot of money, you know, and whether his ambitions is to stay here long term, nobody knows. But while he's at Leeds United, I'm going to enjoy watching his play, because he is my kind of baller. I akin him to St. Maximin. I like watching St. Maximin play, but he doesn't have an end product. He hasn't been coached when to release a ball, how to pass a ball properly in the final third, how to shoot properly without it going near the corner flag. Raphinha has got all of that, and he looks better. You know, he just looks better on the ball. You know, he's nutmegging people, you know, who've got their legs closed almost. You know what I mean? He's going around players. He's dictating play. Listen, I got time for ballers like that all day long. And this is what I was talking about in terms of our recruitment being a year ahead. I'd have expected Raphinha to be here next season, you know, once we've got a second year in the Premier League. He's here now. Obviously, Marcelo Bielsa is a big reason for that. But cannot be any more proud of Raphinha's performance. I'm still high off it now. We're talking 2 days later. I'm just so gassed about it. And I'm hoping that he's starting on Saturday against Chelsea, which will be another great game. I'm not going to do a preview of that now. It's too early in the week. Can't do that now. You know, I don't know the teams or anything else like that. But I'm not scared of Chelsea. You know, I said against Everton that I'd be happy with a point in regards to Everton in the way that they're recruited with Decore, Alan, James Rodriguez and Calvert-Lewin finally finding that consistency that was missing from his game. I'd have been happy with a point. But like I said, we've imposed our game on another established Premier League team, which is what I said that we would do when we got promoted. I said that our style of play, some teams will not be able to cope with it. And we've seen that in the last couple of games. You know, we need to be more clinical in our finishing. That's a fair criticism. You know, we're creating a lot of chances. You know, I think we've created the most in the league, and that's courtesy of LUFC data. Shout out to Chris. We've created the most chances in the league at this moment in time. Our conversion rate just has to be that bit better, but I think that's going to come. I think that is going to I think that is going to come. We are due to beat a team 4-5, and that's going to happen soon. I guarantee that. I'm not even worried about that. But you know what? 3 points at Goodison Park. Cannot complain, not one bit. It's an away performance that I was very, very proud of, and I'm sure a lot of Leeds fans were proud of that performance too, because Everton are no mugs. They're a very, very good team with a very, very good coach. I rate Ancelotti very, very highly. So yeah, man, we take those 3 points and we move on to Chelsea. Now that should be interesting. Got Frank Lampard versus Bielsa. And you know what? I just want to say one thing about that, not about the game, but the lead up to it. Journalists, people are like, please don't rinse Spygate out again. It was old 2 years ago. It's old now. Just let it go. The Spygate stuff is done. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear questions about it now. I'm sure Frank Lampard's even sick of talking about it. So hopefully the press have moved on, but I know Premier League didn't get their pound of flesh out of that storyline, so maybe somebody will bring it up. Who knows? Yeah. Right, I'm going to end it here. I'm back again tonight. If you're watching this today, I'm back again tonight with Rants and Bants. We're doing our Monday show at 7, so tune in for that if you're about. I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything else? No, there's nothing else. I just want to continue just to say thank you for the support on the channel. Keep leaving your comments, keep liking the videos, keep subscribing, building up a community, man. That's what I'm looking to do. Big shout out for everyone that just supports me along the way. As you see, I'm not a part of a group. I'm a one-man band, and that's the way that it's going to be. So yeah, thank you for the support, and I will see you for the next match reaction, because I'll definitely do one for the Chelsea game. So I'll see you next week.